So there's a guy named Jacob from Jacoba Records who made a video, and it exposed a lot of guitar players recently that are trying to trick their audience into thinking they're better than you think they are.
Now I know what you're thinking. That sounded a little too perfect. So here is a raw DI of me playing that same part. Alright, I gotta be real with you. I lied to you just now.
And then he goes on to show exactly how he did it.
Here's what the actual DI of what I just played sounds like. So what did I show you before? It was an edited DI, but I played along with it to make it seem real. Now, I've noticed a handful of Instagram guitarists that are actually doing this.
So, if you're unfamiliar, you'll see a lot of guitarists like this guy. And this guy.
I had a ton of people calling this video fake, so here's a DI of it, but I'm gonna play you the riff first.
And they're recording themselves playing parts that are technically impossible to play. Now, you can play them, but they're playing it too perfectly. Think of it like the difference between somebody playing a game on a speed run versus somebody using a computer or a tool-assisted speed run. Technically, it's possible, but a human can't do it. Does that make sense? A computer is doing it for them. They're editing it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying editing's bad. I'm not saying getting the best take is bad, or recording, or splitting things up. I'm doing that right now in this video. The point I'm trying to make here, though, is that when people do it in secret so you can't see it, and then they pretend as if they're playing it without it. Now, I'm not talking about miming. People do that to make it easier to actually film things. It's hard to get a really good take even when you're alone just recording. Having to record video to that as well as record the audio, it's pretty difficult. So most people don't do that. That's fine. Nobody's saying that's a bad thing. Nobody's saying don't do that. But that being said, this guitar player like I'm showing you right now, they're doing it deceitfully. They're making you think, oh, he's in the room, he's playing it like that, it's live. It's not. They're not saying it, but they're implying it. When you hear the click track in the room audio, they're implying, hey, I'm playing this right now, it's live, check this out. And they don't tell you, oh, I actually manipulated this heavily. This is impossible to play like that. Let's debunk this video right now. So if you watch his hand, he's adjusting the tremolo or the whammy bar, vibrato, whatever you want to call it. And while you're moving it, it actually changes the pitch of the guitar, like this. So if you watch as Dimebag Darrell, rest in peace, uses his hand to manipulate the strings, even the minor adjustments, you can see it syncs up perfectly. With the other guy, you can tell he's not synced up. That bar moves, nothing happens, and the pitch bending that he's doing, it's a little too robotic. It's a little too waveform sounding. So, I mean, you could argue that it's just sloppy editing. But like I said, they're trying to be deceitful without openly saying it, like directly to you. Like in this video, the first part you can hear, okay, there's a beat, there's like a lot of music going on, there's other parts to it. The guitar part is crystal clear and chopped up. But then when he plays it in front of you without anything, you can hear all those noises that are not in the mix. Funny how that works, huh? That's what gives it away that it's so severely edited, is that there's hard cuts between notes. Like that in this video, you can see that it kills the note in between every time that tremolo gets hit, it's somebody after the fact messing with it. There are kill switches for guitar, but you have to activate it. Now watch this video of Tosin Abasi. Between notes, you can still hear his fingers moving. You can hear the pick, his fingernails. You can hear the frets. You can hear the bleed before and after every note. That's how you know it's a recording in one take, or at least mostly one take. The idea is that you can hear more of it. With the other folks I've shown you in this video, they cut immediately before and after each note, so it's like AI. And here's the other thing too. There are effects you can use live. There's noise suppression you can set up to where every time you take your finger off the string or there's an unintentional pick scratch or something like that, it'll probably cut it out, but it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be that good. But it all adds up. And when you're trying to show off your skill and when you're pretending that you're as good as you think you are, it really makes you look bad, because it's like there's all these young guitarists that watch you and they're like, I'm going to be as good as that. But then they find out, oh, I can just, basically use hacks. So if you're showing a video off on how to play something and you're not even doing it right, what are you doing? That's what the problem is. You're being deceitful. If you can't do it, you can't do it. You have to say, I don't know why there's not a video saying, yeah, I'm playing along to an heavily edited track. Do the best you can. If you can get it exact, that's awesome. But even I can't get it exact. It's just like when the pictures of supermodels go out on magazines. The supermodels don't even look like that in real life. You can get it really close, but it's not honest, and I don't like it. And there's a lot of people out there that watch these videos and they're like, wow, dude, you're incredible. And it's like, it's important to be honest in your artwork. If anything, be honest with your art. This is what I always tell people who want advice about music. I say, no matter what you do in art, tell the truth. That's something Tom Morello said. And I've been quoting him for years. And ironically, he gave this guy props in his video. And I just don't understand it. I don't understand why you'd be like, dude, great job. Especially to somebody who's clearly mocking people who are saying, hey, dude, you're kind of manipulating your guitar playing to the point where you're not even playing anymore. I see this all the time. There's a weird trend of like glitch guitar playing. And it's like, you're not playing that though. You can't do all the editing. You can't cut out all those parts so aggressively without another person doing it after the fact. Does that make it wrong to edit? No. Like I said, editing makes perfect sense. You want to get the right takes. You want to get the right effect. But it's wrong to make people think you're doing it on the fly. So I just wanted to bring that up. I wanted to point that out. I really appreciate the fact that Jacobra Records actually made that video, pointing that out because it's been bothering me. He just did a much better job than I could. I'm just reaction content essentially right now. So if you guys enjoy this stuff, watch my show. I play music all the time. And if you want to get my opinion on something, stick around. So bye.